Look, creativity isn't about doing the first thing you think of. It's what happens when you keep going after that. And here is the problem with AI. It's really good at the first thing, the quick draft, the safe headline, the good enough version. But that is not creativity. Certainly not if you just take the AI output and post it, untouched by human hands. No, that is definitely not creativity. It's autocomplete with confidence. ChatGPT will get you to good enough faster than ever before. And yes, in some cases, for example, corporate creative, good enough is probably, definitely, more than good enough. I will touch on that later. But listen, if you are a solo creator, like I am, trying to stay competitive in a grossly oversaturated market, like I am, or if you are a one-man band corporate creative powerhouse, like I am, well, if you stop with the first thing ChatGPT gives you, if you stop at good enough, you're not being creative. You're just being a content churner. My name is Crumbine, and this is Emergency Creative. This has been a transformative year in how I have leveraged AI in my creative process, from research and first draft scripts to brainstorming and design concepts. Turning to AI as a left brain partner for my right brain instincts has allowed me to push my creative work far beyond its previous limits, and certainly past just good enough. Because here is the thing about good enough. It's a fucking trap, guys. And when you peer down into that hole everyone is stuck inside of because they fell into the trap, you realize that good enough is almost perfectly designed to swindle the dumbest of idiots. And look, again, do not get me wrong. There are places, certainly in corporate creative, where good enough is just fine. Until the bottom falls out. And then every single good enough creative asset becomes a flashing neon sign with blaring klaxons screaming about how no one actually gave a shit about creative, brand, or messaging when the bottom falls out. Any minute now. Before AI, the creative process forced us through a kind of friction. You had to wrestle with the blank page. That fight built taste. It built originality. But now, you type a half-baked prompt and boom, here's something that looks professional enough to fool your boss. And that is the trap. Because when everyone can make something good enough instantly becomes fucking meaningless. The danger isn't that AI replaces creativity. It's that it normalizes mediocrity. AI makes it so easy to look clever without actually being clever. You can generate 50 logo options or 20 video titles in seconds, but if you don't have that taste or curiosity to filter, refine, and enhance, you will pick something that sounds smart and feels empty. Good enough becomes the temptation of mediocrity. It's the illusion of progress without the struggle or value of exploration. And look, I get it. The world is moving fast. We are all juggling burnout, deadlines, and existential dread for sure. But if we start mistaking speed for creativity, we will drown in a sea of perfectly adequate garbage, which, we already are. Consider this your much needed AI reality check. Garbage in, garbage out. When you feed the machine lazy prompts, you will get lazy results. If you ask ChatGPT to summarize product information, for example, but never provide comprehensive product info in the first place, you're going to get useless, hallucinogenic AI filler slop. And if you train your workflow on half-baked ideas, you will condition yourself to settle for meh. AI it's kind of a mirror, If your input is vague, your output is filler. If your thinking is generic, your art will be too. If you do not value creativity in your process, then guess what? Good enough is your home turf, and AI slop is your decorator. Garbage in, garbage out. The difference between AI slop and AI collaboration is whether you bring an actual vision to the table. Here is how I use it. When I prompt ChatGPT, I usually give it an outline of what I want to accomplish. I sketch out the idea and key beats or themes I want to touch on. I treat the first response like a first draft, a brainstorming session, or just a starting point. Never, ever a final product. Then I do what I do best. Get creative. Maybe it's redesigning an image I tried so hard to get ChatGPT to generate. But now I have a blueprint that allows my graphic design brain to take over. If I'm developing scripts or strategies, I'll do a revision and then throw it back to ChatGPT for interrogation. Tell me what is working, what is not working. How can I improve or optimize this material for whatever audience I'm targeting? I always say that great ideas emerge from the collision of really, really bad ideas. And yeah, ChatGPT is right up there with your boss for coming up with horrible ideas. You're the one. You need to be the one who starts smashing those ideas together until something emerges that surprises you. Because right there, in that space of delightful surprise, is where creativity truly exists. The trick isn't getting the machine to think better. It's using the machine to think differently. AI hasn't changed creativity. Fundamentally, creativity is still about pushing past the obvious and not settling on that good enough first idea. And even if AI has made that first idea just a little too easy, it's not ChatGPT's fault that people don't push it further. And it's not ChatGPT's fault that executives don't care and that grandmas on Facebook keep upvoting AI slop. So, if you want to stand out, it's pretty easy. Do not settle for the algorithm's first draft. Dig deeper, rewrite it, remix it. And remember, garbage in, garbage out. If you don't care about what you're creating, why should anyone else? That's it for this one. My name is Crumbine. This has been Emergency Creative. Like and subscribe if you like liking and subscribing. And as always, stay creative, friends.